Live pictures from New York City, where the jury just handed down the first ever criminal conviction against the company bearing Donald Trump's name. I think these are taped, though. Jurors convicted the Trump Corporation of 17 counts of tax fraud and other financial crimes. It appears Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg is just getting started. Michael Discioarro is here, former New York City Assistant District Attorney. Good to see you. How does this go from here? First, you get the conviction against the corporation, then you start trying to go after individual people like they did Al Capone?
I imagine Mr. Bragg is trying to build a case against Trump himself or the family personally. That's why he brought in that former prosecutor. So you begin with these types of convictions, and then you move forward and look at individual liability.
How much of this is Alvin Bragg going after Donald Trump because he can? Nobody cared about any of this stuff before he was president. You're talking about car services from 20 years ago.
Well, look, Mr. Bragg has a serious problem. He needs to score political points with Manhattanites. He's only responsible for this island, but he's going about it the wrong way. What the citizens of this island really care about is street crime. They don't want to get pushed on the subway. And the first thing he did, his first day in office, Alvin Bragg told us and everybody else what he wasn't going to do. There has never been a DA in the history of New York City that has taken office and told you how he's not going to do his job. It was shocking to see that first day memo. He needs to address street crime like you're showing on the screen. That's what people are terrified of. And I hear it and I see it every day.
Yeah, it's interesting because not only did Bragg say, hey, all the things he wasn't going to investigate or charge and the people he was going to let out, the crime rate speaks for itself. Rape's up 9%, robberies up 30%, assaults up 13%. He's definitely talked about going after Donald Trump. Actions speak louder than words, as my mother taught me. And he just hired a fellow by the name of Matthew Colagnio. Probably not Colagnio, former acting associate attorney general of the U.S. Department of Justice, also worked with the New York Attorney General's office investigation into Trump's charities. Is there any reason to hire him other than Alvin Bragg wants to make a national political point of going after Donald Trump?
Well, he's had several people leave the office, and he needs someone who is familiar with federal, because these types of cases have a texture of federal prosecutions. So you need to be able to think in those terms of conspiracies, of building a case that way. And from what I've read, this is obviously a very competent attorney, but he's not going to be working on the street crimes. He's not going to be. We need prosecutors who are going to address the needs of the citizens in New York. And he may score political points, but I suggest to Mr. Bragg, his real political points will come in addressing street crime.
Well, it depends on who you want to score political points right with, the donors or the voters. They're different constituencies. Michael, we got to run, but thank you as always. We appreciate it.
Always great seeing you, Leland.
All right. New vote totals coming in from Georgia as the final polls close in that state when we come back. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.